Well, Courtney defeat at Radford, just a case of being outplayed on the day?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, I think we've made 3 mistakes really and have scored 3 goals. I know Matt's made a couple of saves when we're stretching it really to try and get back in the game, but I think we've come here with, when you make 10 changes from Tuesday that are all unforced in terms of benching and starting 11, asking people to play out of position. Can't ask for any more from the lads. They give absolutely everything they have to try and win a game of football. But listen, individual errors at this level and against good sides are going to cost you. At poor times. Early in the game and then early in the second half to then be chasing it at 2-0. I think if we keep it at 1-0 as long as we possibly can. They looked a little bit tired towards the end and we had them on the ropes a little bit when we scored, but fair play to them. They've got lots of desire and listen, they've saw the game out and they've got the one at the end there, which probably makes it look a little bit nicer for them. But listen, it's 2 good sides having to go on the day and we've just come up short.
Was it a case of not getting sucked into their way, but you couldn't quite get the ball down and play as you normally would like?
Yeah, it's difficult. Listen, we understand that we're going to have 2 different ways of playing. We've got a lovely 3G at home which enables us to be able to play comfortably. It's a big sticky pitch there that your first touch come up near your ankles and your shin pads, so it's difficult. So we've got to be braver in terms of playing. But I think if we've got a couple more players from Tuesday in terms of Wheelie and Tice, I think we can win the sort of battle in there a little bit higher up and sort of turn the ball over a bit higher up. But it's in the not here, so we've got to make sure that the lads that come in do the best we can, and I think we've done everything we possibly can, and just listen, we've made individual errors and it bites you. But no, fair play to them. I don't want to take anything away from them. They were good, and we've got to learn and bounce back from it.
It's a type of game where young players learn a lot in terms of physical side. Not the easiest pitch to play football on. A lot of the young lads will learn a lot from that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great learning curve for all the boys, as it is for some of the experienced boys. It's tough when you're playing these teams at the top of the league. You want to have your full team out, and we've not had that yet this year. And that's not an excuse because we've still got a good 11 and a good 16. But the disruption we've probably had from Tuesday, and even last night, a couple of players dropped out last night. It throws everything out the window a little bit, and you're sort of playing Dom out of position at right back. Nick's having to play left back, and Jack's been poorly all week, and he's come and give his everything. Sonny's come off the plane this morning from his honeymoon and come over and tried to help us out a little bit. And Ranks has been out for 10, 12 weeks, so you're asking these players to step up in a game that is a massive game of football. But we've done fantastic over the last 2 months or 9 games to put us in a position to get up the table, and we've gone from 17th up to nearly top. And so it's one game of football. There's 24 games left to play, and bring them on.
You touched on it a little bit there, but obviously this is a difficult place to come with them winning 7 on the bounce anyway, but even more so when you're missing so many players from Tuesday. Just fill us on kind of where everyone was.
Yeah, so Ben Valance is suspended. I think Mikel was early, texted me late last night saying he wasn't very well. Tyson's broke his hand on Tuesday, so he's out for a bit of time.
Is that a long-term one?
Yeah, it should be. I think it'll be long-term, 10 to 12 weeks, which is difficult because Tyson's been fantastic. I think there was a few eyebrows raised when we signed him. He's proved everybody wrong. He's been fantastic, such a great lad, so I'm gutted for him. Tom Wheel's away, Issa's away. The list goes on. So it's tough. When you have to make that many changes. I had to bring young Archie in for the bench. Young Sam has been on the bench, goalkeeper. So listen, it is what it is. This is the reason why we have a big squad for these sorts of games. You wish you could have your best team, as their striker's missing. So it's the same for everybody. But listen, we've given the best account of ourselves that we possibly can. We're obviously disappointed because we want to try and come in and win a game, and as we want to win every game. But we're realistic. We needed to stay in the game for as long as we could there and try and nick something. Barring a couple of mistakes, I think we could have done that.
On the plus side, debut goal for Ryan Harkin. What do you make of him today?
Yeah, he was good. I don't think we were close enough to him to get the best out of him. I think he was, sort of starved the service, and I think with more settled and better players around him, I think he create lots more chances for him, get someone a bit closer and get us a bit higher up the pitch. He's dangerous. Listen, he's took his goal very well. He's a finisher. We knew that. Once he gets used to the way we do things and we get used to the way how he plays and what he demands from people, he'll be fine and he'll be a fantastic signing for us. So yeah, I'm pleased for Ryan. Listen, I'm pleased for the boys because we've done so well for the last the last few weeks. So there's no point feeling down about it. We've lost 1 game of football. We've lost 3 points. That's it. And there's 24 more games to pick up some more and claw it back.
And turning ahead now, 10-day break now. Is it? In a sense, is it a good time to have a 10-day break and get a few more players back? And then also, on the last side, it's Helston Park who are top of the league, but relish the challenge, I guess. Yeah,
of course. Listen, there's no better way to bounce back than trying to beat top of the league at home on your own pitch. So, You know, we've got to be better against the teams that are in and around us. You know, the games we've lost this year are all teams in the top 6, which, you know, for me is hard to take, because you know, you want to beat them teams around you. Like we said last week, it's okay beating the teams in the bottom half, but we've got to make sure that we pick up points against the teams in and around us, because, you know, the points do matter more. You know, we picked up a win in a game in hand on Tuesday, and listen, it was a free hit for us today. We knew we were threadbare after Tuesday. We knew we were coming here with this squad, so it was a free hit for us to come and try and win a game. And now listen, we've got to bounce back against the house, and I think it'll be a good game. Two teams that play decent football on a nice pitch. Hopefully there'll be a good crowd, two local sides. And listen, we'll go and watch them on Saturday against Anstey in the Vars, so we can see what they're about, and we'll do as much as we can. We'll train twice as well in this week, so we'll be prepared as best as we possibly can for a good game of football.